Oh, hey. How you doing? Good to see you. See you too. I need to stretch in a big way. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Good to see you. Oh, our trees. Oh. I know. Okay. Cute. Thanks. A friend got them for me. And I feel like I don't know myself before these earrings now. They're also like good, like when you can't be in a bad mood wearing them, right. You know? I like to have some clothing like that where it's like, okay, today's gonna have to be a good day. Yeah. I think we'll get started in any sort of comfortable seat. Most of us are somewhere there, whether on your knees or cross legs or like that in front of us. Begin with some breath. Maybe shaking out any little movement. I think to let yourself settle in a bit. Taking any big breaths. Any movement that allows the dust to settle. Letting our hands feel heavy wherever they're landing on our bodies. Bringing our attention to that contact. Keeping the eyes open or closed. Inviting some big breaths in. And on your exhales, letting everything soften. And with each exhale, is there some tension that we can release, either in the jaw, in the brow, softening wherever we're making contact with the ground, allowing our exhales to give us permission to settle. And checking in where we feel the breath today. Allowing all of our senses to be aware, the feeling of the temperature, the wind or lack of wind, any sounds and textures of your environment. Taking a moment to set any intention for yourself, anything that's bringing you to your practice today, any thread you would like to carry. On our next inhale, allow the shoulders to come up towards our ears, bringing them up really high. On our exhale, letting them roll back and down, dropping them, creating space between our ear and shoulders. Doing a couple rounds of this, allowing your inhale to bring everything up, inviting that sort of tension and squeezing, and then letting them roll back and down. Allowing a couple rounds of this. Maybe making a circular sort of motion. Making sure to go all directions. And then letting our shoulders drop, and we can let this exploration turn into towards our necks. So dropping our ear to one side, letting our head feel heavy, and then letting our gaze rock forward, gaze towards our belly button, breathing into the back of the neck, back of this upper back. Yeah, making your way to the other side, letting this turn into your neck, stretching. Usually you know what you need right now. Moving slowly, pausing anywhere where it feels like it needs a little more attention. Allowing our head to come back upright. Take a moment to let it feel like it's right on top of our chest, right on top of our sit bones. We'll meet in child's pose. Maybe crossing the legs or swinging them around. In your choice, letting your knees be wide or close together. Take a few big breaths into your mat. Taking in the sensation of the ground and what is touching the ground here. Walk our hands towards the right, letting our hips sink in towards the left, breathing into the side stretch in our child's pose. Feeling that side body lengthening, feeling rooted. Making our way back towards center and walking the hands to the other side and sinking into that opposite hip. Breathing into the length of the side body. Walking our hands back to center, and we'll come into our tabletop, shifting onto hands and knees. And we'll go right into your cat and cow practice, dropping our belly, lifting the chest up, and reversing the spine, gazing towards the belly button, connecting our breath back and forth, and letting this turn into any other organic movement, any circles, any other exploration. Familiar things that feel good, and maybe surprising yourself with something new. If you haven't, you might try turning a wrist towards you, stretching out one at a time or both. Slowly we'll come back to our neutral spine and tuck the toes and push into your down dog. Maybe letting this movement continue a little bit as you bend and stretch the legs and feel your way into your first down dog. look to the top of our mat and stepping our feet forward, meeting in a forward fold. We'll grab opposite elbows. Let this be a little fluid, maybe a little rocking back and forth. We're gonna make some big circles with the upper body. So have a little slight bend in your knees. We're gonna shift our elbows towards the right, coming into the side bend, coming halfway up, and then eventually coming all the way up to standing. Yeah. And then making our way to the other side. It'll be easier to see it. Yeah, there we go. So make some big circle-y, oval things. Going from our forward fold to standing. Again, maybe pausing where it feels good in the side body. Taking a few rounds. And nice and slow, and then letting yourself reverse the direction. Nice. As you finish your next round, we'll meet in standing. We can let the arms fall to the side, taking your time. Feeling our body upright, feet firmly planted into the ground, relaxing your shoulders. Take a big inhale and reach the arms up. Slight arch here, letting the chest expand. And exhale, forward fold. You can inhale, halfway lift. And forward fold, we'll stay here. Then inhale, halfway lift. And again, forward fold. Step our left foot back behind us, lowering that knee, coming into a low lunge. Keep your hands on the ground if you'd like, or let them come up. Checking with the shoulders, feeling stretch in the front of our hip. We'll let our left hand come down and come into a twist. So opening up towards that front knee. Breathing into the spine. We'll release that hand down, shifting our hips back into a runner's stretch. Take a little halfway lift here, extending the spine and letting yourself melt forward over that front leg. You might point and flex the foot. Shifting back into our low lunge. We'll tuck that back toe and step it forward, coming to a forward fold. You inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, we'll step that opposite foot, that right foot back behind us, coming into our low lunge on the other side. Arms reach up. About really pressing that shin into the ground. That might give us some stability. Letting our right hand come down, opening towards the left. Moving into and drawing our attention to where we feel it. Let that hand come down, shifting our hips into that runner's stretch. And you might take a little halfway lift before letting yourself sink in, inviting any movement in the feet. Shifting ourselves back forward, planting our hands to the ground, and we'll meet in down dog. So that back foot can go back. taking a couple breaths here. We'll shift into our plank pose, palms pressing into the ground, holding this for 3 breaths. So you can send your breath to the ground. And then we'll push back into down dog. Maybe taking a big breath out of the mouth, bending and stretching the legs. Our inhale, shifting again into our plank, and on our exhale, you can lower all the way down to the ground. Preparing for cobra, pressing our hands into the ground, cobra or up dog, wherever you're ready for. And tucking the toes, down dog. Inhale, we'll look to the top of our mat, stepping our feet forward. Coming all the way up to standing, arms reach up. Then exhale, hands to heart center. Reach our arms up again. And sinking our hips into chair pose. Bending at the knees and hips. Feeling our weight towards the back of our heels. On your exhale, forward fold. Take an inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, planting our hands. We'll step the left foot back behind us. And then the other leg will follow, down dog. You can stay here, or if you'd like to go through your flow, you can shift forward. Yeah, coming into a cobra or up dog. Meeting and down dog. Nice. Inhale, look to the top of our mat, stepping forward. And coming all the way up to standing, arms reach up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Arms come up. We sink our hips down, chair pose. Keeping our knees forward. Resinking a little bit lower, finding your point of focus. And exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. And exhale, we'll step that right foot back behind us. And then left foot follows, down dog. An option here to go through your flow. We'll look to the top of our mat, stepping and hopping forward. Coming all the way up to standing. Hands to heart center. Checking in with any heat building. We'll go through that one more time. Reach our arms up, sinking our hips down. Chair pose. And forward fold, exhale. Take a halfway lift. And exhale as you plant your hands down, stepping that left foot back, right foot follows, down dog. Staying here, going through your flow. Looking to the top of our mat, stepping or hopping forward. And coming all the way up to standing, arms reach up. Hands to heart center. One more, arms lift up. And chair pose, sticking our hips down. And exhale, forward fold. Keep a halfway lift. And exhale, hands to the mat, stepping that right foot back, and the left one meets it. Down dog, and flow. To the top of our mat, we'll set the both feet forward, separate half, coming all the way up to standing. And this time we'll collect our hands up we can clasp them together, reaching up and bending to one side, taking a banana pose, feeling our feet firmly pressed into the ground, breathing into the side body. And then going to the other side. Coming back to center. We'll release our hands down. We'll meet our forward fold. Take a halfway lift. We're going to step the left foot back, but just staying in our high lunge. So keeping that knee up off the ground. Bring the arms up. Finding our balance. Releasing any tension where we don't need it. And on your next exhale, we'll twist towards your right. Your choice, taking the arms wide or taking a prayer twist. Wherever you're at, we'll let the left hand come down to the ground. And option to come to your side plank. So we'll step that right foot back behind us. Always option to lower your knee if you need, or just come to a regular plank. Nice. Feeling our core engaged. And we'll meet in our down dog. So either going through a flow or just pressing right back to down dog. Nice. To the top of our mat, we'll step our hop forward, taking a halfway lift, and then stepping our right foot back behind us, coming into our high lunge, arms reach up. Our stability. And our exhale, we'll twist towards the left, taking your version of the twist. And releasing that right hand to the ground. Option to come into your side plank. And always option to lower a knee if you need. Feeling the core engaged. Full palm pressing into the ground. And meeting in our down dog. So going through your flow or just pushing right back to down dog. Looking to the top of our mat, we'll step our hop forward. Coming all the way up to standing, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll take a moment to cactus our arms. And letting our chest really kind of puff out, feeling ourselves even like a slight arch here. Yeah, feeling expansive in the front body. On your exhale, we'll let the hands wrap around, giving yourself a hug, reaching for opposite shoulders. Up here, feeling the expansiveness in the back. Shoulder blades pulling away from each other. We'll do that again, reaching the arms, cactusing them, chest puffing out. And letting yourself, give yourself a hug, reaching opposite arm over. Nice. The head drop. Now release our hands down. Check it out if you need. Inhale, arms will come up. And exhale, forward fold. You can inhale, halfway lift. And our exhale, we'll step that left foot back behind us, high lunge. Arms reach up. We'll open up into warrior two, so that back leg will spin down. Feet intersecting lines, strapping our shoulders, feeling the length and the strength of our arms. We'll reverse our warrior. So we'll reach for that back leg, that right hand reaching up towards the sky. And then exhale, side angle, connecting elbow to thigh, reaching that left arm long and length from the edge of that foot through your fingertips. Inhale, coming back to our warrior two. And we'll cartwheel our hands down, meeting back in our down dog. And taking your flow if you'd like. Moving at your pace, allowing yourself to be guided with your breath. Pull to the top of our mat, stepping or hopping the feet forward, taking a halfway lift. And on your exhale, stepping that right foot back behind, coming into our high lunge, dropping our shoulders. We'll open up into warrior two, that back leg spins down. Finding your point of focus. Sinking a little lower into that front leg as you reach back for reverse warrior. Making lots of space between that hip and your fingertips. And then exhale, side angle, connecting elbow to thigh, reaching that left, right hand long in front of you. Back up to our warrior two, cartwheel our hands, meeting back in our down dog. Option to flow. Here, if you'd like to take a child's pose, we'll stay here for about 5 breaths if you need to check in. Checking in with our intention, with our breath, with our senses, whatever helps bring us back. We'll meet in a forward fold at the top of our mat. Let's go through your down dog. Make your way to the top of your mat. Here, if you'd like to grab opposite elbows or reach your feet under your hands underneath your feet, allow yourself to deepen in a little bit or invite any movement here. Releasing your hands down, halfway lift, and exhale. We'll step that left foot back behind us and coming into our high lunge, arms reach up high. All right, inhale, take a slight arch here. You might reach the arms up or cactus your arms, letting the chest go up towards the sky or your ceiling. And coming back upright, we can allow our arms become more parallel. We're going to release them along our sides and just take a airplane upper body. So just letting our upper body shift forward, legs stay where they're at. Yeah, letting our arms squeeze back behind us. And then coming back upright, you can let the arms come. We'll do that one more time, exhaling just one breath here. And arms come up. And this time we're going to actually go into our airplane. So shifting our weight forward, stepping that back foot in, and lifting that leg up behind us. Keeping the gaze steady, allowing our shoulders to squeeze towards each other. Feeling our full foot pressing into the ground. Maybe lifting that back leg a little bit higher. And we're gonna release this into a pyramid pose. That back leg goes behind us. Your hands can find your hips if you want. We're gonna let ourselves stretch over that front leg. Letting the head be heavy. And staying here or twisting our pyramid, letting that left hand go into the ground or a block or any support that you might have, and opening the right hand up towards the sky or holding your hip. We'll let both hands come to the ground. We'll push back into our down dog. And we'll let that right leg go up towards the sky and opening the hip. And invite any hip circles here. Yeah, bending and stretching that leg. Three-legged dog. If you'd like to open up into a wild thing, you can go for that too. We'll release that leg down, just finding our down dog, going through your flow if you'd like, child's pose, whatever you need in between. And looking to the top of our mat, we'll meet in our forward fold. Again here, maybe grabbing opposite elbows or grabbing your toes, the back of your head. You can also take a shoulder rinse, clasping the hands, letting those fall behind you. We'll release our hands down wherever they're at, taking a halfway lift. On your exhale, stepping that right leg back behind us. Finding our high lunge. Letting our hands come along our side and shifting our upper body into this airplane. Yeah, noticing how that changes, where your weight's distributed, your muscle engagement. Bringing the body back upright, you can reach the arms up. And again, shifting forward, one breath here. And coming back up. And then shifting into our airplane. So stepping that back foot in as we shift into our balancing on our left leg. Allowing our shoulder blades to come together, support us. Yeah, allowing some fluidity coming back to it as we wiggle our way out. And then that back leg will step back for pyramid pose. You might take a halfway lift or stand upright for a moment before letting yourself forward fold over. If you need a little slight bend in that front leg, it's always welcome. Trying to allow our hips to feel somewhat in line. Planting that right hand into the ground or support, opening up towards your left for a twisted pyramid. Nice. And then letting that hand come down. We'll meet in our down dog. And right away you can lift that left leg up, opening the hip, inviting some hip circles. Nice. If you'd like, letting that fall open into a wild thing. And coming back to our down dog. And if you'd like to go through your flow, you need a child's pose, whatever you need in between, giving yourself that, all those options. And when you're ready, we'll meet in our down dog. Looking to the top of our mat, letting our feet jump or hop forward. We will let our feet come a little bit wider than our mat and sinking down into a squat, goddess squat. Toes be pointed out a little bit. Yeah, letting our elbows come inside, finding prayer pose. You can't imagine puffing our chest out here. Beautiful squats today. We can let the hands come out in front of us and we'll twist towards our right. So opening, I guess, that right hand up towards the sky. If you'd like to take a bind, wrapping that hand around. And then switching sides, coming back to center, and switching to the other side. Coming back to center, we'll lift our hips up, down dog, forward fold, feet can come back underneath us. And we'll come all the way up to standing, arms reach up. Exhale, releasing our hands down. We're going to do a tree practice, maybe in honor of some of the trees have gotten cut down. So pick your side. Letting, yeah, whatever side you pick, finding stable ground. You can't letting our feet, the bottom of our feet, is that they can be like soft and firm and meandering like roots. And that leg that you're lifting up can find its way anywhere along the inside of your leg, your knee protected. You're feeling that energy pushing in towards each other and up. Nice. Stay here if you'd like to extend that leg in front of you. That's another option. Growing some branches. Nice. Another option is to go let that leg go behind you for an airplane. Lots of movement potential and a lot of other things in between. Letting yourself explore, staying right in your tree is also just an option. When you're, yeah, that's good, nice. Eventually coming out of the side, shaking it out, taking a moment in mountain pose, or shifting into the opposite leg, whichever side you didn't do. Yeah, getting that firm balance. Pressing that floating leg into your standing leg and allowing that energy to feel like it is drawing in and up. Staying here or allowing our branches to grow, maybe stretching that leg in front of you. Maybe letting that leg go into airplane. Yeah, inviting any playfulness, any fluidity allows you to just to come back. Nice. Letting yourself wind out of this side. Inhale, lifting our arms up. Make our forward fold. Halfway lift. Planting our hands in the ground, we'll step that left foot back behind us again. And this time letting our right foot come out a little bit towards your right, so a little bit to the side of your mat. Or we come into lizard pose, so you can lower that back knee. Yeah. We're gonna settle in a little bit here. You can always rock up onto the side of that foot. You might enjoy a twist. Using any supports that are available to you. Reaching for that back foot could also feel nice for a quad stretch. Breathing into where we feel this, that front of the hip. Settle into a little stillness. Allowing yourself to soften, deepen. So gently to come out of this, we're gonna walk our hands towards the left, coming into a wide straddle. Yeah, so just tilting a little bit here. I'm just enjoying this wide forward fold. You might reach for opposite, same ankles. Opposite elbows would be cool if you could do the opposite. We can plant our right hand into the ground and opening up in a twist towards your left. Nice, allowing our spine to feel long and horizontal. Nice. Slowly unwinding, we'll walk our hands back towards the top of our mat, stepping that back foot forward, forward fold, taking a halfway lift, and releasing, stepping that right foot back behind us, coming into your lizard, that left foot moving to the outside, and exploring the side of your lizard, opening up onto that side of the foot, taking any twists. Maybe reaching back for that top of the foot. We slowly come out of this side, step onto that front foot, tucking the back toe, walking your hands, wide forward fold to the other side. Reaching for your ankles, for the back of your head. Releasing your hands, planting that left hand into the ground, opening up for a twist towards your right. Coming back down, walk our hands towards the top of our mat, and stepping that back foot forward. We're gonna make our way onto our seat. Option just to go there or to take a chair pose that guides you there. Whatever you're up for. Yeah, and we can boat. Yeah, a little core. Allow your belly button to pull in. Stay here, or you might extend the legs down, lowering your boat. Coming up. Just a couple of times with your breath. Working for that reclined position, which we will go into now. You can release your leg all the way down, releasing the head back. Allow yourself to just feel held here. Nice. Our breath to feel full, body to feel heavy. We'll bring that right knee into our chest, giving that a little squeeze. Right knee into the chest. You're taking a happy baby here, reaching it to the outside. It's kind of like an upside down lizard. And then tucking, holding that knee and letting it cross over your body for a twist. Recline twist. You can always bring both knees together. Stretch one leg. We'll hang out in our twist for a few more breaths. Slowly come back to center, letting both feet come to the ground. We'll take a bridge in between our sides. So planting our feet into the ground, letting our hips float up. Nice. And slowly lowering, rolling the spine back down towards the ground. And we'll bring that left knee into our chest. That left knee a hug. Maybe come into a half happy baby, reaching for the outside of that foot. And then grabbing that left knee and letting it cross over your body for a twist to the other side. Slowly come back to center. Maybe taking another bridge here. Letting our feet find the ground. Pressing our hips into the ground, letting them float up. Slowly lowering out of this. Taking the next minute or so for any other movements that you would like to take before your final resting pose. It could be legs up the imaginary wall or shoulder stand. Cobbler pose. Anything else your body needs. Rush it all as you meander your way back to your back. As we settle into Shavasana, inviting a little body scan. With our exhales, we can be relaxing, reminding ourselves there's nothing left to do at this point in our practice. The bottoms of our feet, working our way up the legs and the torso, each arm Letting everything feel heavy, everything settling through to the crown of our head. Begin inviting some big breaths into the belly. Any movement, gently waking ourselves up, bringing ourselves back. Maybe taking a morning stretch. Eventually allowing yourself to come to one side if you'd like. Eventually making your way up to a seat to close our practice together. Letting your hands find anywhere comfortable, resting on your thighs or at heart center in prayer. We'll close our practice with 3 big breaths together. Taking a deep inhale. Allow your head to bow forward, honoring yourself and for practicing in community today. Namaste. Thank you.